Welcome everybody to the closing bell here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick with the Cusick Group, securities offered by MoneyBlock, here to give you your wrap up for this final Thursday of 2016. Dow closed at 19,820 off of that ever elusive 20,000. Boy, I hope we get over that at some point in time. It was basically a flat day on the Dow Jones. The NASDAQ closed down about a 0.1% at 54.32. You're also looking at the S&Ps trading at 2249.26, all flat at this juncture. Now, the action came on, again, lower volume. We expected that. About 590 million shares traded, on average about 850 million shares trade. Taking a look at the NASDAQ, we had 1.25 billion shares trade. That's down below its 1.5 billion. We're seeing that advancers did outpace decliners, as well as new highs outpacing new lows on both the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange. The five cyclical sectors ended in negative territory, continued to drag on the market, but came off of its worst levels of the day. And, you know, that overshadowed some solid gains in some counter-cyclical sectors like utilities that were up 1.3%. We did see a bounce this week in real estate, up at 0.9%, as we discussed earlier in Strategy Now, as well as telecom services, the silver lining up 0.4% this week. We also did see a move in healthcare to the upside. It finished slightly in the green, up 0.1%. So that modest gain came in spite of the fact that we still continue to see biotech being weighing on the market in the healthcare sector. IBB is the ETF that we watch. It was down 97 cents today. And the relative weakness in the biotech ETF has been notable for the last week. And it's been weighing not only on the healthcare sector, but on the technology sector. And what also is weighing on the tech sector this week is semiconductors. There's been quite a bit of profit taking on some impressive names, NVIDIA being the most notable one, up over 240% this year. You see that there could be some potential, let's say, profit taking going into the end of the year and into the new year. We'll keep a close eye on that. Elsewhere, amongst the other cyclical sectors, we did see that energy was down this week about 0.2%. And, you know, that's holding up quite well in spite of the fact that we did see that oil did pull back again today, about 0.6% decline on what would be considered bearish API and EIA data. There was an actual gain, or in other words, a build in the inventory data. So that was bearish on crude. Finished the day at 53.74. The financial sector continues to be a little bit weak, especially the large cap component of this sector. Bank of America down 33 cents, Citigroup down 66 cents at 59.38, and JP Morgan, JPM down 61 cents. You know, basically seeing these big large cap banks seeing some profit taking. Also, you could see a little bit of shift. Maybe some of the names that have been beaten up. We talked about one of them, Blackstone Group, that has been lagging their large cap financial brothers. Maybe they're looking to cycle into those names that have been laggards and could be darlings in 2017. We'll keep an eye on that, of course. Now, turning our attention finally to the Treasury markets. The Treasuries, again, registered their second consecutive days of gains. You saw that the 10-year prices were up. You saw the 30-year prices were up. The 7-year, 2-year, and 5-year up. As a matter of fact, the 10-year yield dropped 3 basis points to 2.48%. That's also with the fact that the dollar did pull back about 0.6% to 102.70, coming off of some of its best levels of trading this week on the strength in the dollar. So you're seeing this downtick of the dollar and in yields. Very interesting. Also, watch over the weekend. President Obama looks to have been calling on through executive order of removing 35 Russian diplomats and sanctioning 5 entities and 6 individuals for allegedly interfering in the 2016 election. Now, those headlines are going to ripple through. We're going into a long weekend. Let's see if there's some volatility with these headlines that are coming through right now with this executive order. Didn't see much action today. We were flat basically into the close, but let's see if that actually adds a little bit more volatility going into this final trading session. All right, folks, that's it for the closing bell here at MarketStream.live. For those of you that I may not see online tomorrow, I want to wish everyone a happy and healthy, safe new year. And I am looking so forward to bringing you new and improved content going into 2017 here at MarketStream.live. So until then, we'll talk to you. Take care.